Senator, I want to ask you about JD Vance in just a moment, but to your point about what Donald Trump has been through, he was shot, what, 3.5 days ago now. The Biden campaign, this is odd to see, but the White House, they've got so little to say right now. They've been reduced to talking about crowd size at the arena in Wisconsin. Take a listen.
Tonight's audience certainly did not show a lot of enthusiasm during the primetime remarks about standing up for America's workers. The response could have been described as lukewarm at best. Some tepid applause here and there, a forced smile from former President Trump when he would realize that the camera was panned on him. But that's hardly surprising, because Donald Trump's Republican Party will always choose big, greedy, anti-union extremists over the working men and women of America.
So that's the Biden campaign response to night 2 of the convention. Senator, has the bottom just completely fallen out for Joe Biden here?
Absolutely. I think first off in that debate, Americans saw that we have an incapacitated president. But it's pretty simple. Let's look at the difference. If we all want a secure border, Biden doesn't. We all want inflation to come down. Biden wants to spend more money. We all know we need to have a strong military. He wants to make a woke military. We know we don't want to be in conflicts all around the world. We weren't when President Trump was president. And under Biden, we got conflicts in Israel. We got conflicts in Ukraine. We got China threatening Taiwan. I mean, Biden's approach has failed us. So, whoever doesn't say that there's a lot of enthusiasm at the convention, they're just completely lying. There is so much unity there, and there's so much excitement. It's a ball to go give a speech at a convention, but this convention had so much energy. It was so much fun.
Senator, I want to get your reaction to Trump's VP pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, the 39-year-old father of 3. Why is he the right choice?
Well, JD, first off, he had a tough childhood, and he figured it out. There's a lot of people that relate to JD's background, that they had a tough childhood, and they figured it out. He's also somebody who's come into the Senate, and he's come in this Senate quickly and made a mark. He works hard. He studies the issues. He'll take a position. He'll defend his position. So I think he's going to do a great job on the campaign with President Trump, and also, on top of that, he's going to be a great vice president.
Yeah, what's it been like? I know he's been in the Senate for 18 months, so not a long time. But Barack Obama was a first-term senator when he ran for the presidency in 2008. And he was elected. J.D. Vance is looking to serve with Donald Trump, and then we'll see what he decides to do in 2028. But what's it been like working alongside him in the Senate for the last 18 months?
I've enjoyed working with him. He clearly cares about this country. He's a lot like President Trump, and they really, really care about this country. He's got, the background that he's had the hard knocks, so he knows what it's like to have to figure out how to succeed in a tough environment. And he builds relationships. I think JD is going to do a great job tonight. He'll be a very good vice president.
Yeah, you just mentioned tonight, that's when he takes the stage in front of the nation for his big speech. What do you want to hear from him tonight?
Well, I want to hear about how we're going to bring this country back together again. If you talk to Americans, I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent, what we want is a country that starts solving problems. We know we have to secure a border. We know we've got to stop the fentanyl coming in our country. We've got to stop criminals and drugs. We know that inflation's out of control. We know that we've got enemies, China, Iran. We've got to hold them accountable. We've got to build better relationships with our allies. What has to happen is our enemies respect us, our allies respect us, our enemies fear us, and that's what's got to start happening. We've got to keep focused on American jobs. We have 100 million people in this country, 16 to 64, working age that are not working. That's not good for any family.
Senator, just a quick question about Joe Biden. On Friday, we were still talking about, will Joe Biden be the Democratic nominee? Obviously, Saturday changed everything in so many ways. Do you think, in your opinion as a United States Senator, do you think the dump Biden movement is dead? Or is it still moving forward, maybe behind the scenes with people like Barack Obama and the Clintons and Nancy Pelosi? Or does it seem like it's going to be Trump versus Biden on November the 5th?
I think it's going to be Biden, but it really doesn't matter. All the Democrats have supported the same thing: open borders, wasteful government spending, woke military, non-accountability of government. So it doesn't really matter, but I think Biden will be their nominee. I think it's very difficult to change. So I always thought he would be their nominee. I've always thought this all year long. But we clearly see an incapacitated person that doesn't have the ability to be president of the United States.